Hello, I'm Amy Blaylock. Welcome to City Hall this week. Durham's 2014 Gang Assessment Report is out, and it's painting a new picture of gang activity in the city. The report was prepared on behalf of Durham's Gang Reduction Strategy Steering Committee and was an update to the first assessment that was completed in 2007.
That assessment had 45 recommendations. Some of those were met, some we're still working on, and some aren't relevant anymore. So after 7 years, we thought it was probably time to refresh that information and do an additional assessment. So that's what we did. We gathered information from the census, from law enforcement, from the school district, from our service providers, and looked at that information over time and came up with an accurate assessment of where we believe our community stands on the subject matter of gangs right now.
The city and county will use the information gathered from the assessment to create an action plan to address youth violence in the community.
There's positive findings and negative findings. On the whole, if you look at the positive side, I think Durham is doing quite well. We've made great strides since 2007. We truly believe that even though the risk factors such as poverty, single-parent families, low educational attainment, those risk factors are still there, but we believe that a smaller segment of youth that have those risk factors are falling into gangs. For law enforcement, we found that property crime is way down when we look at property crimes committed by validated gang members, and we're very pleased with that. However, we found that violent crime actually is inching upwards, and that's an area of concern to us. So some of the violent crimes that we're most concerned about, of course, are crimes involving weapons, crimes like aggravated assaults that involve multiple victims. Those types of crimes tend to drive up the violent crime rate. So for instance, if there's a drive-by shooting and there's 4 or 5 people in the home, that's 4 or 5 violent crimes, even though it's actually one incident. So we're very concerned about those, and obviously we're concerned about especially those types of incidents where there may be innocent bystanders involved. So that's a topic of concern.
The steering committee developed a number of recommendations for how to address youth violence and gang activity based on those findings.
We have several recommendations. As I mentioned, the 2007 assessment had 45. We're down to 15 recommendations. All but 2 of them are measurable, and we have data to track, so we know whether we're making progress or not. So I would say in the area of law enforcement, of course, as I mentioned, our violent crime rates, our aggravated assaults is an area of focus that we wish to continue on. We're concerned about all gang crime. We're concerned about the breaking and entering. We're concerned about the age of the youth that are involved in that. So those continue to be areas of concern for law enforcement.
Since funding for gang crime prevention is often based on a community's assessment of gang activity, Durham is now in a better position to take advantage of federal and state grant opportunities. The complete 2014 gang assessment can be found on the Durham County website. Cyclists and pedestrians who use the American Tobacco Trail should soon have an increased sense of security. Security cameras are being installed along the portion of the trail between Morehead Street and Enterprise Street. As part of the project, the Transportation Department has installed poles for the cameras, and Duke Energy will install power to the poles over the next couple of weeks. The Blackwell Street Management Company will pay for the cameras and the cost of maintaining the remote recording devices that will keep them in operation. Owners of local historic landmarks or of property within a local historic district are invited to weigh in on proposed changes to the local review criteria. The Historic Preservation Commission uses the criteria when considering requests for exterior modifications, site work, or new construction to properties with a local historic designation. The criteria apply to all property owners in the Cleveland Street, Holloway Street, Fayetteville Street, Morehead Hill, Watts-Hillendale, Trinity Heights, and downtown historic districts, as well as to all local landmark owners. 2 public meetings will be held in the next couple of weeks to receive feedback from those property owners on the changes. The meetings will be held on Thursday, July 17th and on Tuesday, July 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Both meetings will be held in council chambers at City Hall. A draft of the revised criteria is available on the Planning Department's homepage on the city's website. If you haven't discovered Durham's High Ropes course yet, you don't want to miss out on all the fun. Find out how when City Hall This Week continues.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Welcome back. Here's a reminder for all baseball fans. Minor League Baseball's biggest event is coming to Durham this week. The 2014 Cree AAA All-Star Game will be held at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park July 12th through the 16th. The events include a free All-Star Fan Fest and block party on Saturday, July 12th, a home run derby on Monday, July 14th, an All-Star Workout Day and autograph session on Tuesday, July 15th, and the All-Star Game on Wednesday, July 16th. For more information about the All-Star events, visit the Durham Bulls website at durhambulls.com. If you and your family haven't tried out the city's high ropes course, here's your chance. A high ropes discovery day will be held on Saturday, July 19th at Bethesda Park. Participants can explore the course and overcome a variety of obstacles, some reaching 55 feet in the air. Anyone ages 7 and up can participate, and pre-registration is required. The cost is $13 for non-city residents and $8 for city residents. For more information, visit the Parks and Recreation homepage on the city's website. That does it for City Hall this week. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can also find us on demand on Durham Television Network's webpage and on YouTube. I'm Amy Blaylock. Thank you for joining us.